All right. Hello, anyone that manages to find our channel this early. I'm Julian, and I'm talking to Kevin here. We're both working on a podcast channel here. So we're probably gonna keep up with the news here. We're just starting this channel out, so please don't hate us. So I guess for our first video, our first shot at this, we'll plan to talk about the new video game Star Wars Squadrons. The reveal trailer just dropped today, so everyone's hyped about it, and we are definitely because we've been Star Wars fans, I guess, for as long as we could remember.
Basically, yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yep, we're just gonna review the trailer, maybe point out some things you guys missed, give our opinions on it, and that's basically it. All right, let's get into it.
I can't shake him.
So something I kind
Give
of
me
want to
engines.
point out is that I kind of noticed how the Tie Fighter pilot, like he sort of had these red markings on his face, and we obviously by now I'm pretty sure we know that we can customize the ship, and um obviously I'm pretty sure most average TIE fighter pilots, like their masks are completely black, and with this red marking you could hint that we could get maybe some cosmetics in terms of like the pilots and their armor or in their suits and everything.
Yeah,
But
and I'm pretty sure that for anyone who pre-ordered, you get a skin customization that is orange, and I'll put a picture of that up on screen here in a sec for you guys. All right, so one thing I want to
Full
point out
power.
is right here is when she says devoting full power to engines, there's kind of three systems here, and these two drop, and then the blue goes all the way up. So I'm assuming that each of these is going to represent one of the ship systems. So blue obviously being the engine because that is what she says. Red I would assume is her weapon system, and then green possibly being shield. So I'm thinking that we might be able to devote certain points to certain parts of the ship to boost a certain part depending on what we need it, like if when we're doing our 5-on-5 battles.
yeah, and this is probably a really smart move in terms of the whole flying systems, because if it's really true that we're gonna have to like sacrifice protection and defense for speed, it's really going to make us think more carefully on how we're going to have to handle certain situations.
For
So
sure.
yeah, that's probably gonna encourage more tactical gameplay. It will probably create some strategies as well.
Think you can escape?
This is gonna be close.
Also, sorry if we're pausing too long. We're still getting used to this whole, talking on time thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we can continue the video, and or there's a point coming up that I want to
Pilots.
talk about. So right here, this part. So
You and
the TIE pilot, his ship's obviously his interceptor's been hit, and one of the right wing is smoking on fire, and he manages to actually land in the capital ship. And I actually really
pilots.
if this is like something that the player can do, like I don't know if this is just like a small animation that could happen, but if it's like flare, not flare, it's completely player controllable. If like whether or not the player can choose like on their own when to dock their ship, um, that will be really cool, because I remember the original Battlefront 2 had an amazing mod where you could be on a planet, and then you can hop like as a trooper, and then like at your own will you can hop into a starfighter and head into space. And not only that, but you can land inside capital ships and jump out and like run around in the capital ship. So and I may be wrong, this might just be like an end of match like animation, like, okay, the Imperials lost. We've driven all their starfighters back into their capital ship and they're on the run. But um, if this is actually part of the game and we can choose to like if we can choose to actually like what we want to do with our ships, then that will be really satisfying because that will give the player a lot more control of how they want to play the game and how they want to do things with their ship.
Mm-hmm. And another thing with this is I don't actually remember the name of the game mode, but I know that EA confirmed that one of the main game modes is going to be like the first team to destroy the enemy's capital ship. And so I think it might be cool where if your ship is damaged, you could maybe flee back to your capital ship and land for like repairs that take like a 30 seconds to a minute. And then once you're done with the repairs, you can maybe go back out and help your team in the battle again. I think that might be a cool feature.
Yeah.
You are the Empire's strength. We do not accept defeat.
And notice all the different pilots there. They like you saw a woman on the right, or on the left towards our point of view, and then a man on the right. That might hint towards also like more of like the people cosmetics and the pilot cosmetics as well. So that way we're not like restrained to just like the average guy in a suit like in Battlefront 2. Like most of the trooper skins for the Empire, like some of them would be like, besides the officer, you could just have like a guy in a stormtrooper outfit, a random guy in a snowtrooper outfit, or a random guy in a shore trooper outfit, and then that would literally be it. But if we're able to actually like choose how our characters look behind the masks, that'll probably make us feel more like interested in the game, so that we actually kind of have more of a connection to the people we're playing as, which I think would be a very smart move.
Yeah, and I think with the suit cosmetic could also be your character cosmetic, where when you choose what side and you choose your ship, I think it'd be a really cool feature if they added in like a character cosmetic where you could like change the face, gender, name, hairstyle, and all that. So the pilot that you're controlling is like actually you, and you feel connected with the character.
Yeah.
We do not accept defeat.
And so, quick cameo is this Twi'lek in the back is actually Hera Syndulla from the Rebels TV show, which is a pretty cool cameo.
And I remember this is really cool they're continuing her story, because I remember at the end of the Rebel show, there was sort of like an epilogue where one of the characters, I think it was Hera, I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, it was Hera, and she sort of said what all the characters from the show did after the events of Rebels. For example, she said
It was
that
it was Sabine, not Hera.
oh, my mistake. But yeah, it's my mistake. But I remember she said that for example, Rex helped Hera fight at the Battle of Endor, and then she said that Ahsoka helped her look for Ezra after he went missing. And that was, I'm pretty sure that was sort of the furthest into their lives that we knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to see that like they're willing to take these characters from just a simple TV show and like expanding their stories, and that shows that the creators of this game really do care about the Star Wars universe and all the people that live in it.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing about this is this game takes place after the Battle of Endor, so we know this is definitely after the Rebels TV show is over. And at the end, Hera actually has a kid. So I wonder what the kid is doing like right now. If her mom or if his mom is like with the New Republic, I wonder if he's like doing stuff with them too. I think that'd be kind of cool to know.
Yeah.
Remember why we
Plus,
fly.
speaking of like telling what characters are doing, I heard, I don't know if this is confirmed or not. I think it might be. That's on me if I'm wrong. But this game, I think it has both online and offline content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, we might probably like Battlefront 2, we might get sort of a mini campaign of something that shows the lives of a specific character, because the woman that actually on screen that like she sort of kind of appears several times actually in this trailer at the beginning in the asteroid field and at the end in the dogfight that's about to begin. So she could maybe be part of like any offline content, like a small story mode, or she could just be one of the presets or custom made characters of like the possible pilot cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
For hope. For the new republic.
Vengeance.
No, that's yeah, they're all walking towards, and the one like that's still docked right there. In the comments, tell me if I'm wrong, like whoever's watching this video, because I'm really not sure how many people will be watching the first one. But if I remember correctly, that ship right there might be the ship that one of the Inquisitors used in Jedi Fallen Order. Like you saw it towards the beginning of the game. Like one of the Inquisitor sisters came out of that ship, and another came out of an average interceptor. So
Yeah, I believe it was the seventh sister.
I don't. I'm not sure. I remember one of them in the
Yeah,
game was
it was the big horny one that you fought on Kashyyyk.
okay. That may not be the correct adjective there, but
But it's one of them, yeah.
Will be ours.
Yeah. And it appears that that's a playable ship as well. So
Yeah, that is
random.
one of the. So each side basically has 4 different ships. I'm assuming each ship is going to be like a different class, which has different stats and attributes. But the New Republic has an X-wing, U-wing, A-wing, Y-wing, and the Empire has TIE Fighter, TIE Interceptor, TIE Bomber, and the TIE Reaper, which is what that ship is.
And there are the bombers. I actually haven't seen the bombers before use lasers like that. It may just be my fault that I haven't yet known about this, but it's really cool because in Battlefront 2, the only thing that bombers could do were basically just fire proton torpedoes and drop like a cargo thing of 3 locking missiles. And another thing is that the bombers in Battlefront 2, the TIE bombers at least, they were really slow. And right here, they seem to completely just cut through a rebel ship and then just fly away. So it looks like they're finally going to be like balancing like weak things like that and making them a bit more useful, which will probably cause people to play as them more often.
And this is I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the game is only going to be first person view in the cockpit, and so this is a good look at the dashboard for the ship. When we'll take a look at that a bit later.
Yeah, I remember you pointed out to me earlier that on the right there, there's something. There's like kind of like a silhouette of the bomber, and you said that like it kind of
Right here.
shows, yeah, like some numbers under it and symbols on top. Sorry, I'm kind of being a bit like unspecific about that, but because we just don't really know too much about the gameplay yet. Fortunately, we're getting gameplay on
Thursday, I believe.
Unity Team via EA Play, but not to get off topic, but
So yeah,
yeah.
so what I think one thing, at least with the ties, I know that the X-wings and Y-wings and the New Republic ships will have different interior loadouts or layouts. I mean, but I'm assuming that because this shows a model of the ship, if a part of the ship is damaged, it might appear red on the screen and the number below. I know TIE bombers don't have shields like in the universe, but I think for the purpose of this game, I think all the ships are gonna have a shield system. I could be wrong, so I think this might be the shield health, and I think this could be like the throttle. Like so, right now he'd be going max speed, and then this could be like how many torpedoes he has left, and then this could be the number of people left in the squad because we only see 2 other bombers. Again, these are just speculations. And then also it says the name of the ship that's being targeted here at the bottom, and it said it at the beginning too with the pilot on his targeting system. It said X-wing. I don't know if we can see it from here, but yeah, it's just there's a lot of cool minor yeah, right here.
Oh, that's it
It
right
says
there.
X-wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of cool interior details that are yet to be seen, which we'll hopefully see on Thursday. And let me rewind real quick. This is actually Wedge Antilles.
Is that confirmed, or
Yeah,
I know
that's
it looks a
yeah,
lot like
that's
them.
confirmed.
Yeah, it's cool because this may just be my fault, but I actually haven't known much about Wedge, that like anything after major battles in the original trilogy. Like I haven't really known much about him outside of the Battle of Hoth, and I think he was at the final Battle of Endor when they
Indoor,
stormed
yeah,
the
yeah,
second
yeah.
battle. Yeah.
And so here, real quick, is another look. It's not the best view, but here's another look at the X-wing targeting system, or the dashboard. I mean, so I think again, this could be like the display of the ship, and like if something's damaged, it could display red. This could be like the health of the shield. I'm honestly not sure. These are again just speculations, but it's cool to see, like these interior images, and also, um, it's kind of blurry here. Maybe if we it looks like down here there's a picture of an astromech. It's kind of blurry and you can't really see it, but it looks like an astromech, and so I wonder if they're gonna do something where an astromech can like repair your ship or use your targeting system or something to help like the X-wings.
Astromechs are always fun.
hmm
They're my favorite droids.
And another thing is this. It could just be Fondor, like the shipyards, but I've heard a lot of people saying that this might be Coruscant.
That would be really cool because I
hmm
actually again I know I'm saying this a lot, but again this may be my fault just for not knowing about this yet. But I'm not sure if there actually has been a um Empire versus Rebel Alliance fight at Coruscant.
Yeah, I don't think there was. It might be in one of the books or the comics, but it's definitely not to my knowledge.
Yeah, because Coruscant um after the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire, I'm pretty sure Coruscant has been kind of like the HQ of the Empire, especially because I'm pretty sure that's where Palpatine lives. So
hmm
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed a few seconds ago there was a U-wing there. So that might just be the equivalent of the other ship. Sorry, I kind of
The TIE
forgot what it
Reaper.
was. Yeah, that might be the equivalent. Like they might be like the carrier style ships.
hmm
Obviously, I'm pretty sure like squads might just be made out of five, so they might not be able to carry actual other people. But and that's another thing too, because I remember in the trailer, there's a quote saying squad like four fighters, like one squad. I really like how there's going to be, again, this is just speculation that you can have kind of like squads of five. I really like how they're moving on to five because I remember not just in Star Wars games, but in basic online gaming history, just only being able to have four people in like a small group has always been a problem because um like our friend group is obviously like there's five or more people, and there'd always be, and then you'd have to run into the problem of like four people playing together and then one guy is like forced to be left out. So the fact that they're finally like moving that up is definitely gonna increase like the fun among the friends that can play against with each other, and like it'll fix all the team play problems that might be created as well.
hmm
I'm the perfect shot.
And that right there, I really like how the bombers like they like that kind of clip right there, like how the bombs actually fell. I kind of really like how they're gonna make the bombers seem like actual bombers because in Battlefront 2, like I said before, the closest thing to like actually dropping bombs that the TIE bombers would do would just be like launch torpedoes at other starfighters. And now they're actually fixing that, and I'm wondering if actually the mechanics of the bomb dropping will be the same as Battlefront 2, where it just be like a lock-on system, then you just press a button to fire, or it might be something like Battlefield 5, where you'd actually have a crosshair, and you'd have to wait for the crosshair to get in proximity of your enemy, and then you'd have to hit the bombs. And if they do that, then they'll probably make the bombing system of the TIE bombers like a lot more. Like you'd have to think a lot more, which will be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
5 pilots.
there's a fun mouse droid back
And
there.
so, yeah, here's one thing. Sorry, I actually don't know what species this is, but we see a Miralan here and a Trandoshan here. And so I think it'll be cool to where, like I said earlier, where if you could like customize your character, obviously not for the Empire because they're kind of racist in a way. But anyways, with the New Republic at least, you can like maybe choose between a few sets of species, and then you can customize your character depending on that. I think that'd be really cool.
1 squadron.
The galaxy's finest.
Do we know what this planet is? 'Cause it looks
This is
gorgeous.
Yavin Prime.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that planet that it was
In the
like,
background is
really
Yavin 4. Yeah, we'll see it here in a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks really nice. Like, I don't know if you get the gameplay about the battle from the trailer. More cinematic than the actual gameplay, but the real game looks like the whole system. I would be really impressed. It would just show how far video games have come.
Mm-hmm. And then if we move over here, this is like the EA section on their website about Star Wars, or Squadrons, I mean. And so we see here that it says plan every skirmish with your squadron in the briefing room before taking off. So I think this is going to be a really cool way to kind of see what map and then see like your squad in terms of ships, and you can plan out kind of like who's going to do what and who goes with who before you actually launch into battle. And this just kind of gives it more of a real sense.
Yeah, it's really important for like loading screens to be, interesting because, for example, in Fallout 4, you would have to put up with loading screens a lot, and like you could tell that the loading screens in that game tried to keep you entertained by giving you like tips and a visual of something in the game and giving you a separate tip about that, and you can like make it bigger and smaller at your own will, but it was kind of boring. And meanwhile, you have Jedi Fallen Order, where they would actually intentionally hide the loading screens with chances of the ship just going in, with chances of you like with you giving the chance to just walk around in the ship at your own will, and then it'll let you know that the loading screen is done when it's like, okay, sit in your cockpit chair to jump out of hyperspace.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh yeah, here. So it says, take control of different starfighter classes from both the New Republic and Imperial fleets, which are again the A-wing, Y-wing, U-wing, X-wing, and then TIE fighter, TIE interceptor, TIE bomber, and TIE reaper. And then divert power between its systems, which again, like I said, with the dashboard
Oh, hang on a
X-wing
sec.
pilot.
Yeah, I have to. You can keep talking for the video.
Alright.
I'll be right there.
And then like I said earlier with the X-wing pilot in the beginning, how it should the 3 different like kind of dot towers. So when it says divert power between its systems, I think it could be the weapon system, shield system, and engine system. They kind of boost them depending on what you need in that combat scenario. And then here we see 5v5 dogfights, unite your squad, blah blah blah. And then there
It's
will
kind
be a
of-
single player
sorry.
story here. And
Oh,
another
okay, so there's a player. That's
yeah, and
cool.
another good thing is it is, even though here it says only PlayStation and PC, it is crossplay between PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So you can play with your friends no matter what they play on, and I think that's one of the most important parts.
And then there's VR as well, because I remember the from Battlefront 2015, the Rogue One space battle VR. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. So.
One of the Oh, sorry, you can go.
No, you go.
Alright, so I was gonna say I kind of have a concern of 5v5, because obviously, like, if it's balanced, then it'll be fine. But most games are kind of like advancing up to like higher lobby capacities,
Um,
and to some people 5v5 might just seem small, but I was gonna say with the way this game kind of functions, 5v5 might be a good idea.
so a thing on that is there are going to be AI ships.
Oh, okay, I did not know
So
that.
it's going to be like your squad versus another squad, like real people, and then each side is going to have like AI ships, which I'm assuming what the AI is like it is in Battlefront 2. The AI ships aren't going to be great, but at least they will be there to kind of fill the battle and still provide that like threat to where like even if you're not being pursued by a real player, like you could still have the pressure of people being on your tail, and like they still just provide like an environment that there's a giant space battle going on, not just 10 starfighters.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I'm sure that's really gonna help.
Yeah. So as basically all we know. Game comes out October 2nd, 2020 this year. I've already pre-ordered it. Um, yeah, it's really all we know now. We'll probably end up doing another video reviewing the gameplay trailer when it comes out on Thursday from the EA Play event.
Yeah, wait,
And
do you know if it's gonna be a trailer or kind of
I
like
yeah
a
I
mini video? Because I remember Battlefront 2015, the gameplay reveal. It wasn't exactly a trailer, but it was sort of like the first person point of view, walking around on the Battle of Hoth, and that took you across different like playable assets. But I guess that won't really matter because we'll still be able to look through it anyway. So
yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if it's gonna be a trailer or just like a video of like a person playing. I don't know. All I know is that there will be some sort of gameplay released on Thursday from EA Play.
yeah, there's a lot of big games coming out, so I'm really excited.
So yeah, that's basically all we know for now. Again, we'll make another video on Thursday. Um, but yeah, that's really it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider liking, subscribing, and hopefully you'll stick around for the next videos.
Yep.
All right,
Adios.
see you
Thank
guys.
you.